What's up, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. Happy Friday, Divine Feminines. I do have a message here for you. I feel like it's energy coming from your Divine Masculine. It's like he's having a conversation with someone or laughing about a joke. And the joke is about the application process, okay? The application process to get to you, Divine Feminines, it's tough, okay? It is a lengthy, difficult, high pressure application process, okay? So he sees you as just very protective of your energy. He sees that your self-respect definitely makes you more romantically attractive, but it's because, Divine Feminines, you've done a lot of inner work on yourself. Many of you have assets to protect, and he's never dealt with a woman like that before. He's never dealt with a woman who has assets to protect. So she has a vetting process, okay? Usually it's very easy for him, right? Usually he's used to dealing with women who just want to be saved, okay? So it's very, very, very easy for him to fill out those applications and get the job. But with you, Divine Feminine, this application process comes with a lot of paperwork. But you got someone ready to put on some bifocals. They want to see the fine print on that and make sure that they got everything figured out. Because I'm hearing, even though it may be a difficult application process, he is willing to fill out all of the spaces, all of the boxes, and shoot his shot, right? Because there may be many other people that are willing to fill out this application as well. That's what he's thinking. That's what he's feeling, okay? Your masculine could be highly intuitive, and they know that this is a competitive process, all right? So let's dig into your masculine's energy and see what's going on at this time. So they definitely want to take this leap of faith towards you, okay? But something could be eating at them, which is the guilt, sabotage. As they fill out this application, they may be thinking, shit, I gotta answer this question. And they may be thinking about how they moved with you in the past. Many of your Divine Masculines as well. I mean, they're having a look at the way they operate, their behaviors. Maybe the application got rejected once, and now they are looking at the application the second time around, and they've really got to sit down and figure some stuff out. Okay, maybe they have to go and take some extra courses, or they need volunteer hours. They need more volunteer hours somewhere else, okay? This is someone who feels like they're falling short of the application process. Maybe they have sabotaged themselves while there were other recruiters that were, really looking at the application and studying the application and getting really prepared. Oh, you know what? This is what the application is looking for. I'm going to make sure I have that done ahead of time. This is somebody who feels like they just came in and they grabbed that paper, they grabbed that application so fast and started filling it out. And now they're joking around with someone going, well, I got ahead of myself there. Like, I just started filling out that application, not even realizing that it was like 50 pages long. Like, I handed in the first 2 pages and they're like, oh, great, now that you've got that filled out, here's the other set of paperwork that you need to do. That's why he feels like this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. But again, somebody won't stop. They want this opportunity with you, most likely because they know they're not the only recruiter, okay? This could be a hard worker. He could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Can't stop, won't stop, okay? This is a man of passion. He knows that he wants you and he's going after it, even if it's really stressful, okay? That's why I feel like he could be joking about it with someone, because he just needs to unwind. He needs to let loose, all right? Many of you could be testing them in some ways, or that's what they feel like. Like, it's like a bunch of tests when it comes to getting close to you. As they think that they take 10 steps forward to you, nope, they got to take like 12 back. So let's dig into some of the things that they are feeling right now in this connection towards you, about what it is you may be getting them to work on. What are the Divine Masculines currently working on when it comes to approaching you, Divine Feminine? What do they want to master? Okay, so we have abundance, and then we do have happy ending. Okay, so somebody wants this for life. Okay, that's how they feel. That's why they grab the application without trying to study you first. They're like, you fool, what you studying? They grab that application and they're like, I'm going to get this submitted before anybody else. Fuck all that prep work. Okay, But as they go through this application, they're starting to realize that, I mean, they really do want this as their happy ending. A lot of them just wish that they could just bypass the whole process and just come out and tell you how much they adore you, how much they love you, how much they realize their past mistakes, everything that they did in the past they regret, right? Do you remember that love that you once felt? Do you remember that connection before this whole application process started? Do you remember what you were feeling for me? Can you go back to that place? A lot of you are like, hell no, you're the one who made me come up with this whole process in the first place. So absolutely not. Get to the back of the line. Okay? So someone could be working on their finances. They could be really working on their abundance. There could be a section of the application that's maybe asking them, you know, what that looks like. Are they responsible? Are they that King of Pentacles when it comes to the finances? Right? Do they know how to make money work for itself? They're not just going after the average application, the average woman here. There's questions on this application for you that some of the other applications, they didn't even bother to have. It wasn't a requirement of the job. Right? Anything goes. But with you, Divine Feminine, yeah, you got a whole separate section on that application about what does your abundance look like, because my abundance looks good. It's shining. I have things worth protecting. I have assets worth protecting. So please continue. Fill out that spot. And they're like, damn, I got to go back to the drawing board here. Okay. Somebody feels like you deserve all of the abundance in the world, even more than you can give yourself, Divine Feminine. They want to be able to give you like 10 times more than that. Somebody is after some kind of happy ending with you. They are even willing to cut in line here. We have effort as well. In the middle of the deck here. What do we have here as well? We have parenting. This could be why abundance is important to you as well, Divine Feminine. Many of you could have kids. Somebody knows that they are really going to have to put in the effort here because, again, they're not dealing with just the average person. Divine Feminine, you're quite a force as well. I'm hearing Capricorn for Divine Feminines, Earth sign, so you could be very grounded in what it is you do. You could run multiple businesses. You could be a mom. You do everything. You do everything. Like I said, he is going crazy over the fact that he is attracted to someone like you, and at the same time, he wants to be able to walk away because it's like, damn, this process is so lengthy, it's difficult. Like, how do people stand in line and act like, you know, they want to take on all of this paperwork? But I feel like at the end of the day, everybody in that lineup knows that you're worth it, including this Divine Masculine. They can't walk away from this process of trying to court you, trying to be with you. They're not about to let you go now. Okay, can we see what else they're working on in terms of getting ahead? What are they working on when it comes to getting ahead on that application process? Such a funny message, guys. Okay, so we have rebirth. So I feel like this is going to be some kind of death. Many of them are realizing that they got to do everything all over again. Rebirth tells me somebody wants to start from scratch. They could take a good look at everything they have going on, and they may want to do things differently. They could be, let's say your masculines have a job that they go to. It's a job that they're used to every day. They're comfortable. Now all of a sudden, they want a side hustle to go along with that. Okay, that's what you make them want to do, Divine Feminine, because they want to be, see this abundance category here? They want to be able to fill out all the spots you got. They don't want to just do like 1 or 2 spots, right? They want to fill out like all the spots you have in that abundance category. So I feel like you're pushing someone to be the best version of themselves that they could possibly be. And I feel like that's why you have so many people in your lineup, Divine Feminine, because although the application process is lengthy, it's difficult, there's some people out there who just absolutely love a challenge. And even if they don't make it in, you have taught them so much in terms of everything they needed to do to prepare for this. You gave them so many skills. I'm going to show you how to take something nice and turn it into something nice, all right? You gave them so many interesting things to consider about themselves, how to level up, how to, you know, again, be the best version of themselves in every single area of their lives, how to be more emotionally stable, how to balance your finances, how to have hobbies, how to prioritize self-care, how to prioritize joy in your life, how to be good to others, how to be kind to others, how to be ambitious, how to work towards your goals without stopping. You know, many of these suitors here in line are like, you know what, I didn't make it in, but I really want to thank you for this process. And you're like, you are good. You are welcome, good sir. You are welcome. Okay? So you got lots of people going through this rebirth process, divine feminines, but most of all, the person that wants to go through it like the most is your divine masculine. Okay? They are willing to go through a complete death and then rise out of those ashes and be this competitive version of themselves. Okay? So a lot of you are going to see a more serious side to your divine masculines. I'm seeing like a lot of focus on money right now with this abundance card. And with the pink in the abundance card as well, I'm going to say that for the whoever you are, divine feminine, it's not just money. Remember, this application process has a lot of different things that they have to fill out. This is going to be like an abundance of joy, an abundance of like a positive attitude, an abundance of ambition, an abundance of energy, which means you're going to have to be healthy, right? In order to have an abundance of energy, you're going to have to live a healthy lifestyle. So someone is completely redoing everything. They may even be rebalancing their finances and realizing like, wait a second, I'm spending way too much money on this. I need to be investing more money into this to get myself going up. Okay, so someone's rooting for that happy ending with you. Okay, they really are. They're not taking this lightly anymore. This is somebody who effed around, and when they came back, there was a lineup around the corner. They're like, what? You ever went to your favorite restaurant on like a Sunday afternoon for like brunch, and then you get there a little too late and there's like a whole lineup around the corner and you're like, gosh darn it, I was so hungry. You know, and you had the taste and the craving in your mouth just to get what you always get on the menu, and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna go. And then boom, big lineup, and you're like, what the hell happened here? So that's how I feel like with this guilt and sabotage card. Somebody feels like I really dropped the ball here. They weren't expecting you as well, divine feminines, to maybe go through some kind of major transformation that you did as well. Let's cut the deck in half and see what your current energy is. Yeah, personal growth. They didn't expect you to have an application process when they came back, and expect it to be so much more difficult than any other application that they've ever seen in their entire life. Okay? They're used to dealing with like 2-3 pages, you know? You had like 50 plus. Okay? This isn't like a 45-minute application, a 20-minute application. You can stand there at the front counter and they give you a pen. No, sir, you need to take this home and you need to study it and come back. We're not accepting incomplete applications, and you need to give it 110% in order for us to accept the application. To even go through it and to read it, you need to give it like 200%. That's that personal growth you've gone through. And look at that 7 there, because 7 is seasoned, right? I'm too experienced to be taken for a stroll. Too experienced for someone to rock and roll. All right, so look up that song, guys. You guys are too experienced now. I'm too experienced to be taken for a ride, and I know it's not my foolish pride, because you guys have gone through the work. You've gone through the personal growth, right? Therefore, you do have the right to vet whoever it is that's coming into your space. You do have the right to, you know, look at the application process very, very carefully and look at the applicants and see what they wrote down and whether or not they get access to your time and energy, because many of you have spent so much time creating your own gosh darn happy ending, right? You have all of the abundance you need and want. You've gone through your own rebirth. So, yeah. Okay, now that I've calmed down, that's what I have for you guys for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you would ever like a personal session with me, guys, don't be afraid to reach out. There's some things that you guys want to talk through. I'm over at hipsy.com. You guys can literally pick up the phone and call me using the phone option, or we can text back and forth if you'd like. I'd love to work with you guys. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next reading, okay? You guys take care. Bye.